What's up? You guys are watching Half Woke. Kanye West had a really busy week, per usual. He is the king of multitasking right now. He tweeted this picture of his Yeezy sunglasses that are expected to unfortunately hit the market at some point. They do look like a femur bone that was twisted into a U-turn that you're supposed to wear on your face. Now, they would be cool if they had some type of like robotic technology because they look futuristic AF, but no, they're just normal glasses. I do want to see what they look like on the inside. He has not told us the price tag yet, so we'll see, what that POV costs. Then he went straight into having Sunday service with his estranged wife on their Wyoming ranch. Kim Kardashian tweeted this, "We're okay," Snapchat of them praising the Lord. Him in their get out outfits, everybody said it looked like they were in jail. He switched the color scheme up from white heavenly to this orange, oppressed, depressed, I don't know, color that the Sunday service choir is in right now. But that's what it is. But he didn't stop there. He said that after Sunday service, he went on TikTok and it was not kid friendly at all. So he was inspired to create Jesus Talk. Now, this is probably why Mark Zuckerberg is not calling him back. But, I did read an article this week that said geniuses and creative people are the number one multitaskers in the world. So the question for the panel is Kanye a great multitasker or is this just madness? What do you guys think?
He's a great multitasker, but he's also an idiot. He's an idiot genius. Yeah, when it comes to business and marketing and building awareness of whatever it is he's trying to do, Kanye is second to none.
Yeah. That genius and that crazy shit is like right next to each other. That's why all geniuses always do crazy shit. Like Picasso cut his ear off. This nigga finna cut some shit off. Like he tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like no, real shit. Like Kanye need to focus on what's happening to him, nigga. Yeah. Because you can't help us, nigga, till you can help yourself.
You trying to run for president, but you can't even be the vice president in your own house. Like Kim leaving you, taking the baby, having you crying on the mansion, on the ranch by yourself. Like you can't even president your own house, my nigga.
I agree. He could benefit from a good ass whooping, though. You know that humility that you feel right after you get your ass whooped and you come back down to earth? That's the energy that we need from Kanye.
But see, he a grown-ass man. You can't whoop no grown-ass. You got to whoop a grown-ass man internally. You got to let that nigga play bid whist with three of our wisest black women elders.
Right.
That's just going to chop that nigga's spirit down until he start crying and remember who he really is.
Okay, so we got 4 people on our Ancestor All-Star Squad to talk to Kanye West. Who are y'all filling these slots with? I pick Ayanla. Kanye, he likes having meltdowns for monetary gain. Like a Ayanla keeping up with the Kardashian collab is where I would love to see this go. So I'm putting it on there strictly for that.
I can see that. I'll throw like Cicely Tyson at the table just because she's really been here damn near since slavery. Like it's almost so much wisdom is in that woman. You feel me? It's like you can't help but to pull your pants up, cuss a little less. Like, you just gonna get right when Cicely pull up. You finna roll the blunt under the table instead of over the top. Like, you finna do little, things to just kind of show that you are respectful.
I think Maya Angelou, because when you crazy, you need somebody to talk to you softly. You know what I'm saying? Iyanla might set him off. You know what I mean? But I think Maya Angelou gonna palm his ass right back to life.
Right. Be soft-spoken and get that wop out of nigga. You feel me?
Exactly.
Well, who would you listen to?
Who would I listen to? I would listen to Malcolm X. You know what I'm saying? But I think Malcolm X is too militant for Kanye. I think, Harriet Tubman.
Harriet Tubman? You think he won't listen to Malcolm, but he'll listen to Shoot 'em Up Harriet?
Well, yeah, because he's already made a comment about Harriet, so I would want her to be here in the flesh, so he could say some of that bull jive he's been saying, behind her back to her face.
Okay, because I was about to say she finna just shoot that nigga as soon as she pull up. That's what she known for. Yeah. She shoot first and then talk about it later.
Yeah.
So ultimately, for the multitasking or madness, we're for the multitasking. We just want it to be more beneficial because Diddy is a multitasker. Jay-Z is a multitasker. Most of us on here on this panel, I speak for myself, I'm a multitasker, but you got to do it in a way that at least is productive and or beneficial to society. He's doing it like a third grader.
Oh,
Right.
yeah, definitely.
I want to be the president. I want a choir that sings whatever I sing. I want the Chick-fil-A employees to sing my song. Like,
that's why that's why people think he's having some kind of complex, like he want his mommy back. So he might be mentally a kid again, but he a grown nigga. You feel me? Like,
Yeah. Well, he has no conflict resolution strategies. All he does is start conflict.
Right.
He doesn't really know how to resolve issues. So, you know, I wish I knew him because I just choke the shit out of him for everybody and bring him back down to earth. You know, I love you, Kanye, but you need an ass whooping, nigga. You need a big brother ass whooping, man.
all right, Craig, what's the next story?
My story is about the cop who got fired for speaking against police brutality. Officer Williams, who went viral for speaking out and denouncing the officers involved in the George Floyd murder.
As an officer, you are a first responder, right? So if in the midst of you trying to gain compliance, someone is hurt, you have to render aid. So somebody's saying, I can't breathe, I can't breathe, I can't breathe. You don't think to yourself and say, oh my gosh, this guy can't breathe, he might die. Let me render aid, right? Another point, other officers, if you're gonna be an officer that's gonna stand there and not help when things go wrong, come on, like you don't see that? That's the reason I got behind this badge, right? Because I want them officers that's afraid to step up, I want to be the one to step up. If I see wrong happening, wrong is not happening in my presence, right? I'm going to check it.
A few months after his post, he went back on social media to give an update. They put him on administrative leave and then did an internal investigation and fired him for his conduct.
So, being transparent with y'all, for the last 2 months, my job put me on administrative leave to do an investigation into my TikTok. After this investigation was done, which I found out today, I was relieved of my duties from that certain job. And upset, confused, I felt all the emotions.
Yeah, this is an example of racism through white supremacy. You know what I'm saying? The definition of racism is the competition for wealth and resources between groups of people. Anytime you can't speak freely and exercise your First Amendment rights to freedom of speech and they castrate you economically, that is an example of white supremacy being used at its finest. So I would say to that brother, keep your head up and, things will work out for you because you didn't say anything incorrect. You know what I'm saying? I don't even have problems with police, but whoever did this and fired him, fuck you. That's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, so what y'all think about this travesty of a firing?
I mean, police always get it wrong, my nigga. You see, they always kicking down the wrong door, firing the wrong niggas. They fire niggas who really help the people and keep people on the squad who really fucking people up. Like, police always get it wrong, bro. Like, I'm not surprised.
To me, I'm just like, how do all police departments across America not understand you are under a fucking microscope? Not, what the hell did I say?
Microscope, it's all good. Stroke. We're going to put a pin in that and come back.
You're under a microscope. And it's like, you have to do better because social media is not going to let it up. Shows like this are not going to let it up. Blogs, news sites, everybody's going to be talking about it. This man himself went viral and now has a whole audience to be like, hey, they did me wrong. Back in the day, maybe your local newspaper would talk about it and that's it. Y'all can't get away with the same shit y'all been getting away with. That's how I feel.
You know what I'm saying? They need to go behind some of these cases that these police arrest people, talk to them, see how they was treated. And if a lot of people are saying the same shit, pull your motherfucking ass off the force. Why the fuck are y'all not getting audited like we getting in regular jobs? Y'all dealing with people's lives, nigga. I'm audited every 5 minutes on reports and shit that don't got shit to do with the world or living human beings. So I'm just saying, well, who the fuck is policing the police? And that's what I think we need to put in place. Like, if you nervous about the police coming, it should be somebody else you could call to witness this shit or something. Like some type of a, you know what I'm saying? Like something like that to where, because we're the citizens. We shouldn't be scared of y'all. We're the citizens. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I feel like as long as we pay taxes, we should not have to fear the police.
Right.
Why the fuck am I fearing some niggas who I'm paying?
Also, man, their responsibility is is justice. They're supposed to help us get justice. And this is an injustice because the police who killed Breonna Taylor haven't been fired. All he did was make an observation about somebody who didn't do their job appropriately, and he was fired.
Right. But somebody walk in, kill people by mistake, and nothing.
And at any other job, you get fired for petty shit. Your register come up short, you fired.
But,
you fired. But you kill people and you ain't fired, my nigga. You make mistakes like that, murder, nigga? Just no. You should be fired.
We're not going to let this go because we want more police officers to step up when their partners are doing something wrong. There was like 3 other officers involved in the George Floyd case. They didn't say nothing. There's always people coming in squads and gangs together. You all have to be like, no, get off that man's neck. No, that's not okay. Do we have the right fucking address before we go into this house? But if you cannot say something to your partner because you're going to get fired, you're not going to be able to feed your family, they're going to fuck up your life, then your own human mentality on top of being afraid and things happen in the split second, we're just not creating an environment where civilians can survive with police officers.
And the nerve of them.
If you see something, say something.
Yeah, and the nerve of them not to snitch. As much as they tell niggas to snitch on each other, the nerve of you motherfuckers.
But they look down on snitches.
The nerve. Y'all used to be at school talking about, if you see a crime, make sure you tell someone. Y'all promote that shit, but when it comes to y'all don't snitch. So that should let black people know snitching ain't really good because they don't snitch on each other and they get away with everything. So we need to stop snitching on each other, but that's a whole nother thing. But nigga.
Well, we gotta find this man a job. I'm gonna reach out to him and see if he'll do an interview for the next episode of Half Woke. But we gotta figure out something. He spoke up for us.
I got a job for him. I'm gonna hire you to whoop Kanye West's ass. I got some money for you. Just post it online and I'll send you a few thousand. Let's do it.
Pay for that. All right, Kamira, what's up next?
Up next is bare-knuckle boxing, okay? Bare-knuckle boxing was founded in April 2018, bare-knuckle fighting championship. The square circle is a specialized circular 4-rope ring. Former fighter David Feldman is president. The first legal women's fight was June 2018. They always putting our shit last. Heavyweight, super welterweight, and lightweight. And Mike Tyson recently turned down $20 million to fight in July for them.
What?
I think the whole world should go back to bare knuckle boxing. I feel like guns should be eliminated. I feel like wars should be fought straight head up, and like it will be less casualties. Nigga, let's do a head up phase. That longest survive out this motherfucker.
That's when Africa was ruling the world before they invented the gun.
Exactly.
Nigga, when it was just heads up,
Exactly.
You should have to catch a fade to become a police officer. If you don't win, you got to work at Securitas for 10 years to get your hands up.
They should have the head crip or the head blood, whoever the head gang member fight the new trainees.
Yeah.
They should have a put on.
Oh, you
real games.
You only got guard card hands. You got to go stand in front of Rouse all day, nigga. But
this is so crazy because they're saying it's the fastest growing sport right now. Like everyone is tuning into it, but it's so bloody and gory. Like I thought the UFC was as fucked up as it was gonna get, but the way they knock these men out. I mean, if boxing isn't doing it for you and you need something a little more hardcore, then this is definitely for you because
they used to do bare knuckle in UFC like in the early days. They used to break arms. It used to be gruesome like that, but then they wanted that money. They wanted, they had to get the gloves. Like they had to make it look sexy a little bit over the years. So
soon as niggas start dominating this, they're gonna create another sport. They're gonna start fighting in wheelchairs next. They're gonna start skydive boxing where they fighting in the air. Like soon as niggas catch on to some other shit, they get more. They try to out sick niggas. They know niggas got weak stomachs. We don't like blood, so they just make it bloodier and more gory.
Or they put it in the water.
Is that the only reason they keep creating new sports? Because black people keep dominating every sport, so they like, let's think of some new shit. What can we do with these hot bucks?
Low key, that's why it's a history book ain't nobody read but me, but I know it's true. That's why slavery was abolished, because niggas got good at slavery. It's like, these niggas are having fun out here, man.
Man.
They always create, look.
Not stand you.
We made albums on the field. We learned we invented shit. We did all kinds of, we made use of our time. It's like,
oh yeah, we gonna adapt. Adaptation is real. Like, we gonna figure it the fuck out one way or another.
Can't nothing hold us back. You know, I mean, this is incredible. I don't know, man. I'm a watch because I'm a fan of combat sports, but I just don't know if bare knuckle is the way, because the science of boxing, they call it the sweet science. You know what I'm saying? Because you get to see somebody articulate their way of thinking through fighting when you box. And with bare knuckle, you know, I think
it ain't no thinking.
It ain't no thinking. It's just I'm gonna beat the dog shit out of you, nigga. And I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that.
You know, they're opening schools back up. In the last 2 weeks alone, Georgia, Mississippi, Tennessee, and Indiana opened their schools for the first time since March, even though the virus is still rampant in the US. It's crazy because there's more students and teachers that are testing positive for COVID-19. In the last month, there's been a 90% increase among children in the United States. And I will tell you this, in one school in Georgia, a student was actually suspended because she posted a picture of the crowded hallway. Kids are just like shoulder to shoulder with no masks on. And then they ended up closing that high school for 6 students and 3 staff members that were positive for COVID. And as of Wednesday, I think they had at least like 35 cases that had been reported at that school. So, you know, some schools have had to change plans. Other schools have pushed back the start date. And at least 27 of the largest 101 school districts in the country decided to delay their first week of classes. Now, mind you, in the world, we probably have one of the shorter school years in this country. So now that they're starting school later, some schools are not even opening. Some are opening like, I don't know, they're doing virtual schools later in the year. A lot of this has led to politically charged issues. It's a hot topic. So I want to know from you guys, what do you think about them trying to open up schools back up?
As a dad, I just feel like they're throwing the kids to the wolves. It's like they don't know, so they just gonna see. And everybody was mad at Dr. Oz a couple months ago when he was just saying, you're gonna have to send kids to school. Some kids are gonna have to die. And everybody went crazy and canceled them, and they're doing it now. So I don't trust anything they got to say right now at this point. My mission as a dad is to keep my kids alive. That's my whole mission during Corona. Like, the clubs and stuff was cool. I know y'all missed going out, but you got to keep your babies alive.
If I was a child at this time, I would definitely have to go back to school. I wouldn't want to, but it's just I was in a situation that a lot of parents are now where, you know, the child care is very expensive or it's just not a thing. So you're just going to have to send your kids to school, and that really sucks. Our children have always been used as experiments on how to run a jail, how to administer medicine, natural disaster drills. So this is just another one to me. They trying to see, you know, infected numbers in close quarters. I really feel like that. It's messed up because I know a lot of kids don't want to go or want to go back because they got friends there and don't really understand the full mass of it. And a lot of parents that don't want to send their kids back but have no other choice. So it's really just a really jacked up situation.
All those parents that was like, my child this, my child that, I'm sure that they kind of regretting it now, turning it up. They wish they could call their teacher right now. Be like, you know, I'm sorry, my child is horrible. And so,
Terrible.
hey, people don't want their own children, man. People want to put their problems off on other people.
Well, I'm going to be honest. I mean, I think kids should go back to school because my son's been at home with me, and I would like to send him somewhere, even though he's almost 2. But the thing about it is, kids are dirty. Like, let's be all the way real. My son be licking food off the ground. He don't have a chance against coronavirus in the school, okay? So children do need to stay home. I mean, this virus isn't going anywhere anytime soon. It's actually picking up, unfortunately, in some places. So if we're going to keep our kids safe, we should probably keep them out of school. And honestly, I hope this sets up a brand new system for public schools. I hope they have to change the way they teach our kids because it's not working, and it hasn't been working for a long time. So I know a lot of people, there's a lot of pushback because people want to keep things the way they've been going because it's been benefiting them and not the kids. But let's be honest, our kids need better help.
Right.
If niggas had the news like this, we would pay attention. Because we lay like this watching TV.
That's all we trying to get people to do is just pay attention to the fucking news because it's crazy as hell.
That's why they put thick bitches to do the weather.
Oh my God.
Shorty that do the news in Vegas, she got ass. I'm pretty sure she's a fine meteorologist. But once they seen that ass, they was like, you on camera every morning.
All right, that was another episode of Half Woke. I hope you guys woke up just a little bit more with us today. Make sure you leave some comments below. We're going to be commenting back. We'd love to hear your guys' thoughts because you love disagreeing with every fucking thing we say. So, yeah, leave it in the comments below. I'm Cynthia Luciette.
And I'm Claire White.
And I'm Craig Smith.
It's your boy Teddy Ray, West LA represented. You feel me? Shout out to y'all.
Shout out to y'all. See you next time.